To the east of Mexico, thousands of miles away, lies a dense jungle where, as far as the eye can see, there are nothing but trees. In the middle of this dense jungle, there is a spot where a narrow path leads between rocks down into the depths of the earth. An archaeologist team decided to explore this cave-like tunnel. They believed that there had to be something unusual inside this cave because the path was narrow and engulfed in complete darkness. For this reason, entering it without professional equipment was far from safe. After several hours of hard work, the archaeologists reached the bottom of the cave, 230 feet underground. At first, they did not find anything significant, but then their eyes fell upon a secret chamber whose entrance had been blocked with a stone. The question, however, remains, in this desolate jungle, 200 feet below the surface, to whom did this secret chamber belong? And when and why was it sealed? Viewers, this dense jungle, located in the east of Mexico, spreads over an area of approximately 3 million square kilometers. Under the shade of this sea of trees, the secrets of the lost world of the Maya civilization still remain hidden today. In the past, for thousands of years, this entire jungle was under the control of the Maya civilization, where they had established numerous cities. The people of this civilization were considered highly skilled because, like the ancient Egyptians, they had built pyramids in their cities. In addition, they were extremely proficient in agriculture, pottery, hieroglyphic writing, calendar making, mathematics, architecture, and artwork. Experts believe that the ancient Mayans had constructed a total of 60 cities in this region, with grand palaces, pyramids, and temples. Each city had its own king, whom the Mayans considered a god. Some of the buildings in these cities are still standing intact today and are visited daily by large numbers of tourists. However, in this dense jungle, where there is no proper road network, the secrets of the Maya civilization that settled here thousands of years ago, entire cities and numerous structures, remain hidden. Some are buried underground, while others are concealed from human eyes by the shade of the trees. However, with the use of modern technology, hidden Mayan cities and their structures have begun to be discovered. Experts can now identify structures hidden beneath the forest using lidar technology. Lidar, which stands for light detection and ranging, is a technology in which airplanes send laser pulses to the ground. These laser pulses penetrate the tree canopy, bounce back from the ground, and are received by sensors on the airplane. The data is then processed to create a map of the ground's shape. This is just like how an X-ray creates a detailed map of our body's bones. Astonishingly, more than 4,500 ruins of the Mayan civilization have been discovered so far. However, experts believe that the Mayans actually built even more structures than this. This question isn't really about how many structures the Mayans built thousands of years ago. The real mystery is where the Mayans went after abandoning entire cities with such large populations. Did the earth swallow them, or did the sky fall on them? Despite being so skillful, in what way were they so vulnerable that today not a single trace of them remains in this place? Using lidar technology, archaeologists first determine where Mayan ruins are located in the jungle, and then they physically conduct excavations at those sites. In the Yucatan region, near the Gulf of Mexico, archaeologists discovered the ruins of a small Mayan village called Kiwik. In this village, around the year 800, approximately 1,200 years ago, a local king had built a pyramid 30 feet high using 20,000 stones. The ancient Mayans typically buried their kings inside a royal chamber within the pyramid. For this reason, archaeologists decided to dig a shaft from the top of the pyramid to its base to determine whether a royal chamber existed, and if so, what it contained. After digging 21 feet deep, archaeologists found a stone that was completely flat on one side. This stone was very different from the others because stones of this shape were not used to build pyramids. Instead, the Mayans used them to support the roof of a room. This special stone was a sign that a tomb had also been constructed inside this pyramid. After further excavation, the archaeologists finally found what they had been searching for. Astonishingly, they discovered the foundation of a room and a set of stairs in the pyramid's basement. Apart from this, nothing particularly significant was found in the debris, but a broken piece of a clay pot did emerge. This small fragment of pottery left the archaeologists with even more questions. Through radiocarbon dating, the age of this pottery fragment was determined to be around the year 500. That is, approximately 1,500 years ago. The astonishing thing was that the pyramid itself had been built 1,200 years earlier, yet this piece of pottery was made 300 years before the pyramid. To the archaeologists, this seemed absolutely impossible. To understand why this was impossible, we have to look at history. Historical records indicate that this part of Yucatan was considered part of northern Maya territory, and in the year 500, when the chamber was supposedly built, the Mayans had not yet arrived in this region. So the biggest question arose: if the Mayans didn't build this royal chamber, then who did? To find the answer, archaeologists examined the jungle around the pyramid ruins, hoping to find additional clues. About 15 kilometers from the pyramid site, they found a cave hidden between rocks. The cave's entrance was narrow, and entering it was dangerous. Professional equipment was brought in, and 2 or 3 cave experts were sent inside. After several hours, they reached the bottom, 230 feet below ground, where, astonishingly, they were shown the way to a secret chamber, and the entrance of this chamber had been blocked with a stone. When the entrance of the chamber was opened, what they saw inside was beyond anyone's imagination. Yes, inside this secret chamber, 230 feet underground, lay many used fire torches that ancient people burned to produce light. Along with the torches, a large number of broken clay pots were also found. These pot fragments were identical to the one found in the pyramid's basement 15 kilometers away. It appeared that this place had once been a site of ritual worship, where people broke pots while making wishes. When attempts were made to reassemble some of the broken pots, an astonishing truth came to light. It was noticed that whenever the pieces were put together, the pot was never fully complete. One piece always remained missing. This strange mystery baffled everyone. Why was there always a missing piece in all the broken pots? The archaeologists suspected that the people here used to break the pots, but perhaps they took one piece with them and kept it inside their homes. A fragment of a ceramic pot found at the base of the pyramid ruins in the Yucatan region was actually brought from the bottom of this cave. This provides clear evidence that before the Mayans arrived in the village of Kiwik, there were people living here who performed their religious rituals inside this cave. Their way of life was almost similar to that of the Maya civilization. Deep inside the underground cave, there was a secret chamber where ceramic pots were broken, and from there, archaeologists discovered a path that led further into the cave. Experts decided to follow this path to gather more evidence. Soon they discovered another secret chamber. On its stone walls were carvings so astonishing that they left the team speechless. At the very deepest point of the cave, they found a 3-dimensional painting of a jaguar carved into the rock. Another painting on the wall showed a jaguar hunting a deer. Experts, who had seen many Maya cave paintings before, had never seen anything like this in their lives. Detailed analysis revealed that these paintings were created around 100 BC, about 2,100 years ago, which means they were made 800 years before the Mayans arrived from the south. This new evidence proved that another civilization existed in Kiwik long before the Mayans arrived. Their lifestyle and culture were almost the same as the Mayans, which is why experts referred to them as early or pre-classic Mayans. But the bigger question remains. What happened to the mighty Mayan civilization, a people who built huge cities and thousands of structures that forced them to abandon everything and leave this region forever? Why did they never return? That question remains a mystery to this day.